This is for those who'd like a moment.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Good Bit Podcast. We are here for the biggest podcast of the year and, personally, my favourite one. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the Top 10 Films of the Year podcast, the 2018 edition. And we are here on CM42 TV, but we're also everywhere that you can find podcasts. You've been able to find this one, just like Apple Podcasts, iTunes, and now Spotify.
Whoa.
Because 2018 was a record-breaking year for us. And I'm sure we'll dive into it right now. Hello again, everybody. My name is Chris Moffat. I am your host with the most. And I'm joined today by two of my favourite people in the whole world. And as I said before, not only the two people who have the biggest crushes on, but the two people who I think are on the podcast the most. So they're not going to be invited back after this, but who knows. I'm joined by the Diabetes Beethoven of 2019. It's Ewan Ferguson.
Oi oi.
Welcome back.
Hiya.
We're here again, ladies and gents, with Ewan. Loads of misery in 2018.
Oh, loads.
However,
Loads.
what was your favourite moment of the year?
Misery wise?
No, favourite moment.
Oh, favourite
Loads of
moment.
misery. Favourite
What?
moment.
Favourite moment. Favourite moment of the year. You know, probably graduating. That was like a good. It was a good moment, I think. You know, not that Chris cares because I think graduating.
Yeah, me too. I thought graduation was good. We graduated together.
We did.
Same day.
We did. It was a nice day. We had a good night and stuff.
We did. We took a lovely photo.
We did.
We did. One of those nights where when Ewan isn't there, the party's not there. Because we all went to these different nightclubs and stuff on graduation, into one of the biggest ones in Glasgow. But Ewan, I don't know why, I think he had too much stuff in his pockets but never get in. So then nobody else came in. We had to go and find other places to go. So
No, everyone was already in.
Too much stuff in his pocket.
I know.
Somebody told me the guy was shaking his head at me long before I had even started taking stuff out my pockets, and then he just let me empty all my pockets, and he didn't even check it, and he went, "You're not getting in." I went, "You just made me empty all my pockets out."
What did you have in your pockets? Like steak bakes and stuff?
No, like money and diabetes stuff.
Just the usual.
Yeah, the usual.
Fair enough. Also joining us today is little Lilo. It's Leanne McMaster.
Hi, hello, oi, oi, oi.
Oi, oi.
Nice.
Yeah. I feel one light this year
Yeah,
because we are.
I've also lost no weight.
I mean, we've lost Aaron. Poor Aaron.
I know. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. We love him dearly. He's in Australia this year for Christmas, which I've never understood. Christmas should be cold, Baltic, and snowy.
I've done Australia for Christmas.
How was it?
It was very hot.
And did it feel Christmassy?
Yeah, because I was with family. I was with my aunties and
Right,
uncles.
fair enough. Okay.
But it was weird. It was hot. Like spending
Summertime.
Christmas Day in a pool all day, having a barbecue. It's just no right, but it was good.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think I'd like to try it.
Well, let's go next year.
next year, podcast from Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
I was in Perth.
Perth. I was in Perth, but that's where Aaron should be. In Perth, Scotland.
He was in the new year before us.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
they're
the day
in the
ahead.
future.
They're in the future, yeah.
They're in
Don't know
the
how many
future.
hours.
No, it's a good 10 or something.
So it depends where you are.
Right.
I was in Perth, so I was closer.
Right.
Yeah, Perth is closer to our town than
The other time.
Sydney's further away.
I see. Well, I hope that Aaron had a lovely New Year. Question is to you, Leanne.
Yes.
Did you have a good New Year?
Yes, I had a lovely New Year.
Yeah.
It was you and I's fourth New Year together.
Oh, that's so lovely. Did you have a fourth kiss at New Year?
No, we
No.
didn't actually. We had six
quite.
of us tried to kiss
At the one time?
once. And
Yeah.
we didn't really think of the logistics of that amount of people. So it was pretty much just six of us like, no lips touched. We
Yeah.
were this close.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No. But I'm assuming it was a nice night.
Oh, it was lovely. It was nice.
The past 2 years when we've done this podcast, I've asked you specifically, how was your past year? And both years, you've not been very happy with the year. But now that we're at the start of 2019, how was your 2018?
Well, it was fine. Yeah,
It was alright, wasn't it? It was alright year.
it was
fine.
better. It was better than
2017.
yes.
Yeah, because you did say last year that 2017 was the worst year of your life.
Yes, which my mum was not pleased with.
No.
Because I moved home, and that's why it
course,
was
yeah.
so bad. And she was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? This year it's not been great, but it's not been 2017 levels of
Okay.
disastrous.
Well, you moved back to Glasgow,
Mhm.
so you get to see your friends more.
Yeah, I started a new course,
Yep.
which it was not great.
No, but it's
But
good
now
now.
it's good.
Yeah, it's good now. So
Yeah, no, it's good. I've got a really nice flat. I live with
Lovely
one of my
flat,
best
yep.
friends, so that's good.
absolutely.
But yeah,
So-
it's been an alright year. Hopefully 2019 onwards and upwards. As
Absolutely.
They say.
Ewan, how was your 2018?
Yeah, you know,
One of those ones.
one of those ones.
Yeah.
I think quite a significant point
Yeah.
in
Your life.
my life.
Yeah, yeah.
First time out of education for the last part of
Absolutely.
2018 anyway. First
Scary.
part. Of it. Yeah.
It's scary. You did a
Yeah.
nice show in October.
Yeah, I did a show in October. It was good. It was fun. But yeah, just having to fend for yourself, I think.
It's quite big bad world. Quite
Yeah.
scary. But we're learning and we're growing up and becoming adults who have podcasts.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we're here for our top 10 films of 2018. I don't know about you two, but this is my favourite one to do every year. And this year in particular, because I said numerous times on CM42 TV that this has been just such an amazing year for cinema.
Yeah.
There's been so many, not only cinema, for films in general, because Netflix has been going mental, Amazon has been going mental, and now we're here in the cinema. It's just been it's been a crazy year for films. So how were you at making your lists?
It was hard.
I kind of had. I looked at. I always go on and look at the best film. What the internet says the best films of 2018 are, or whatever year. And there was loads that I was like, was that this year?
Yeah.
And I
Hard
can't
to
remember
gauge.
loads. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I usually think about the Oscars as well, but then that's hard sometimes because
I don't understand. Why did they do the Oscars in February?
Oh, I don't know.
yeah.
Because it's like best picture of this year.
Yeah.
But it's films that came out just then or from the previous year. I just don't
Yeah.
understand.
I don't get it.
So, but hey ho, this is why we're here in January. We're doing the Oscars from last year. Now the right time to do it. So yeah, it's been a very hard
It's
time
so
making the
hard
list.
to say.
Not as hard as I thought. Right?
Oh.
I thought it was going to be a lot harder
I
than it was.
disagree.
Because I sat down. I was like, I need to be ruthless. I need to just take out the ones that I thought were really good, but maybe not 5-star films. Maybe all 10 films on my list could be considered 5 stars, 10 out of 10s. You know what I mean? Just because they're all fucking perfect or whatever. So
Nah, do you know what that problem was? Was because obviously I was in Oban until August,
right.
so it was the same case as because last year I moved in June, so I'd had no time in the year to see cinema. So I when we did it last year, I was like, oh, I wanted to see that. Oh, I wanted to see that. Oh, I wanted to see that. And then this year, went to the cinema 3 times before I moved back to Glasgow, and then since then I've made up for it. I've been
Brilliant.
like 30 something times.
Jeez.
So I've made up for it.
Yeah.
But I still feel like I've missed so much of the start of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tried to watch some on Sky and stuff.
Absolutely.
But I feel like if it's not in the cinema, it's a different experience. I like
Different
to do
experience.
this list from the cinema
Yeah.
lists.
Okay, fair enough. We saw a couple of films this year that didn't come out in 2018 in the cinema. We saw the reissue of Escape from New York, which came out in the 70s or something.
yeah.
It was the 40th anniversary.
Kurt
or something.
Russell.
Kurt Russell, yeah. Never seen the film before, but we saw it in the cinema where it should have been seen for the first time. So it was a great experience. And I did another one as well, but I can't remember what it was. What about worst films? What was the worst film you saw this year?
Well, it wasn't so much a bad film, but it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It was Little Stranger. I went to see that with Claudia and Erin, and we thought it was going to be really scary. It just wasn't.
Right, okay.
But it was still a good film, but it just wasn't that interesting. The story wasn't really there. And then last film of the year that I saw was Holmes and Watson.
Ah, yes. I've not seen it. I wanted to see it, and then I heard these reports.
It's not. The thing is me and you were talking about it earlier. I like the bad movies. I like bad comedies.
Yeah, what did we see together?
Zoolander
2. What was
Loved
that?
it.
But hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but usually I think they're fine, but this one was actually just a bad film.
God.
The story, some of it just didn't match up. It wasn't consistent. And I know comedies aren't necessarily consistent, but it just wasn't. And then there was bits where, so Kelly MacDonald was in it. She played the housekeeper, and she was Scottish, and her accent, by the way, fuck off. But there was so many bits where she was speaking, like her voice was happening, but her mouth was shut. So it was the way it was just edited, so it was actually just a badly done film. So,
right, okay.
And it was just so weird because there's so many good names in it.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering, because I was like, I've not seen it, but I was like, surely it's not that bad, like...
Because people say Step Brothers is bad, but it's not, because it's daft, you know what I mean?
No, this is actually just bad.
Right,
but I still laughed at it. It's so funny.
Okay, good. What's film you saw the year?
I think I've seen a few stinkers. But one that really annoyed me was Hereditary.
Yeah.
I've still not seen
I've not seen it either.
Me and Erin are going to watch that tonight. I'll let you know.
Awful.
That was awful.
Awful.
It's not a lot. It's not a lot of people's top tens.
Hereditary?
Yeah.
People loved it. When it came out, Twitter was ablaze.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I went to see... people laugh, like, were laughing at stuff when...
Really? Apparently, like the cast have got like PTSD from doing it.
Jesus. Lovely.
I couldn't even tell you the plot. When I saw the trailer, I thought, what's wrong with that little girl's face? Does she actually look like that in real life?
Yeah.
Poor child.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I just... It
I
wasn't... I just didn't find it scary, and then I suppose people were like, well... What is your type
Was
of...
it one of those ones that you thought it was going to... Because everyone says it's the most terrifying film ever, so you were like, it's got to be scary, and then you went and it didn't scare you. Was it like Witch?
Kind of like that, yeah. It's like a psychological thing more than anything. But then, even then, I didn't feel like I was going home like, oh, I'm not going to be able to sleep. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
For thinking about it.
Yeah. My worst film of the year, thanks for asking, was Tomb Raider, I think.
Oh, really?
Although it wasn't really that bad. It's just we saw it 4DX, which totally... I mean, I love 4DX, but it's like it totally changes the film. You know what I mean? You can't look at that until you watch it properly. You're thinking 4DX. It kind of takes away from the film, and I wasn't too fussed in the film either, so it was okay. But that's probably... And then again, I didn't really see too many bad ones.
Do you know,
Not really.
I thought another bad one is Slender Man.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Not a good film.
Nah.
Not at all.
What about Assassination Nation?
Never saw that one.
Which wins the worst title of the year.
Assassination
Nation. It's just a bit bollocks. I mean, it was well made, I suppose, but like it's just...
Bella Thorne, innit?
I think so. I don't know. I just didn't care. Didn't care whatsoever for the film.
No.
And of course, there's silly ones that I still enjoy, like The Meg. Like, that was really good.
Yeah, see.
That was really
saw
fun.
That 4DX,
you know what I mean? That would have been amazing 4DX. Just fucking
was absolutely
drowning.
drenched.
Yeah. Yeah. So, they're kind of the worst films of the year. But now, let's talk about the best films of the year. So on the good bit this year, we talked about a lot of good ones that came out at the time, you know. So they're kind of like Mamma Mia and Infinity War and A Star Is Born and things like that. But it's one of those ones where, I don't know, it's just we talked about them on the show. What? What's up?
I forgot about Mamma Mia.
Oh no!
See?
It's not even...
I mean, can you slip it in? No pun intended.
No, because it was too hard.
Yeah, I know, it was hard.
No, do you know what? Honourable mention.
Honourable mention to Mamma Mia. I took a wee note earlier on. What I said at the start of the year of 2018, I said for the good bit, I want to do a new episode every 2 weeks in the year, right? So what?
You say this every
Yeah,
year.
so at the end of the year I should have 26 episodes, and we did 20.
Oh,
That's not too bad.
No.
I thought that's close enough. A couple of weeks, we did 3 weeks in between or
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. And I looked at today and I was like, it's 20. That's not bad. So it's good. And we crossed over our 50th and 40th episode, obviously, in 2018. And the YouTube channel reached over 1,000 subscribers. So I think it's quite a significant year for the good bit and stuff. So let's talk about the significant films.
Woo!
I can't believe I forgot Mamma Mia.
You can change it out if you want.
I don't think I can.
Last minute change.
No, because Chris, this is what I've had to choose between. That was my short list.
Right, okay, I see.
And that's over 20.
Can you get the timer up on your phone?
Uh-huh.
Do a wee 90-second timer. We're going to do the Aaron Dockard rule. He doesn't like spending too much time in countdowns. So between each pick, we have 90 seconds to talk about the film of our choice. Just so this podcast doesn't go too long. We're already far too long in. And we'll do honourable mentions after.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's going to be mentioned. Shall we do it as usual? Me, you and Leanne?
Yeah.
Or you want to change the order?
That's fine.
I don't mind.
We'll do me, you and Leanne because it goes round in a circle. Okay? So, we're good to go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Good Bit Podcast Top 10 Films of 2018. Starting off with me, my number 10. The past couple of years has been a Marvel film. This year, it's definitely not a Marvel film. It is a Wes Anderson film. My number 10 is Isle of Dogs.
I never got to see it.
Yeah, it's going to be the thing of it. I think this is going to be interesting because, you know, we're going to be thinking a lot of the same films, but they'll probably be in different order, which I think is interesting. Isle of Dogs is my number 10. I just love Wes Anderson's style of filmmaking. And this is like the first one I got to see in the cinema. The last one before this was Grand Budapest Hotel, which came out in 2014, and I didn't start religiously going to the cinema until 2015, so I would have missed that one. But Grand Budapest is one of my favourite films. So then I was thinking, right, we're going to need to follow up with a new Wes Anderson film, and it's an animation, it's a cartoon, it's like stop motion, and the cast is like 50-50 American, like, or British, like, well-known actors, and then like Japanese actors.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's set in Japan. It's all about this young boy looking for his dog, and it's just so well made. It's such a simple tale, no pun intended. And it's just funny. It's quirky. It's nice, and I don't know. It's just a nice film. It's lovely. It's got a great cast. It's like well written and well made, and it doesn't go on too long. It's lovely. Just cheers you up in the afternoon.
I thought it looked really nice. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen it either.
So it's one I'd recommend. I'm sure it's going to be one of those ones that's on just like ITV or something during the day
Or like Channel
at some
4.
point. You know what I mean? So my number 10 is Isle of Dogs. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, you didn't even need 90 seconds.
No.
Okay.
That's the thing. See, when you love a film, it's hard to talk about it. It's really hard to talk about it. Ewan.
Okay, so my number 10 is a film that came out in this year, obviously. Not this year, last year, sorry, 2018. Funny that yours was Wes Anderson, mine's is Wes Craven.
Oh, hello.
Okay. So mine's is Halloween.
Lovely.
I put mine's my Halloween as my number 10 because I love the first one, the original. I think it's a good film. I watched it quite recently, and although it's dated, it still holds up well. And then this next installment, I thought was just a good follow-on. Jamie Lee Curtis was really good, and just horror films are fun, and it was nice to see Michael Myers back in action.
The limelight. Yeah. I loved it. And I don't like horrors, but I loved it.
Yeah, I remember you said when it came out, you loved it. You said.
Yeah.
See, that's what I thought was good about it. It's not like it wasn't.
Yeah.
There was some jump scares, but it was just I was entertained the whole time rather than like.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean?
We had a really bad cinema experience with it though. We had people talking behind us, and it's one of those quiet films. It's just like another film on my list where at really tense, quiet moments, there's just people talking and like rattling papers and having arguments, and somebody answered the phone. Oh no, it was a different film. That was Creed 2. We saw Creed 2 recently, and someone answered the phone behind us. Hello? No, it's alright, I can talk. During the film.
No, you fucking
It was one of those ones, and I talked about it on YouTube, but it was like a pure ranted about it. I never rant, but I did on YouTube.
You did about that one.
It was just, it's one of those ones where they wouldn't shut up, but yeah, good choice, good film.
Lovely.
It was lovely. Leanne, what's your number 10?
Oh, my number 10. Right, so I just want to clarify. I don't think this is a good film. And that was... Claudia got really mad at me last year because I put Greatest Showman ahead of Get Out. Get Out's a better movie than Greatest Showman. But it stuck with me more. So, this one, not a good film. But it's number 10, and it's Venom.
Hey!
Nice! Oh, I'm so happy that's on your list. Brilliant.
Because it was so bad. Like, the script was awful. Story was not great. All of the acting, apart from Tom Hardy, was just terrible. But I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed that.
Me and Erin
I
went.
really liked it.
We went to the cinema. We planned on seeing Bad Times at El Royale, but it was fully booked. So we were like, "Oh, we'll just go see Venom," because we were planning on seeing something after. And we went and we watched it, and we were like, "You know what? I fucking enjoyed that." So that was it. It wasn't good, but I liked it.
Isn't that the best?
I'll watch it again because Tom Hardy he was really good in it, and that's what. And I hope there's a sequel. There's going to be a sequel, isn't there?
I mean, the amount of money it made probably will.
Oh yeah, because the end of credits scene. Was,
absolutely.
Was it Woody Harrelson?
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
And then the post credit scene was Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah.
So great. Yeah, I'm so happy that's on your list. I had such a good time seeing that film.
Claudia saw my list, she was like, "What?" I was like, "It was bad, but I enjoyed it. I liked it."
No, I never once thought when I was watching it like.
I was watching it and I was like, "This is awful," but I'm really having fun with it. Like it was still good.
Good, so and Tom Hardy can't have a bad performance no matter what it is.
I've not seen enough of him, but
Yeah. Yeah, good. I'm so happy that's so funny. Good, because it got such a bad backlash from it, but it made so much money. It made more money than Spider-Man Homecoming.
And A Star Is Born as well.
And A Star Is Born. But I think the biggest film of the year in terms of money-wise, was it not Aquaman at the end of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It
it was like,
was.
wow. Which was also, it's one of those ones as well, just a good laugh.
Not good, but
Yeah,
enjoyed
absolutely.
it, yeah.
Not seen Aquaman yet.
Cool. Jason Momoa, Roman
Oh,
Reigns.
see, just watching Jason Momoa for 2 hours shirtless, fine by me.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what he's
Yeah,
doing. He could be talking absolute shit, which he was in that film.
And who knows? He could enjoy swimming, so, you know. My number 9
Okay.
is my number 9. I'm going to say this over and over again. I'm just going to say it's just such an amazing film. There's no way that we can rank these properly. Any time these can change order. My number 9 is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ooh.
I'm not even... Right, okay, so I'm a Queen fan, right? But I'm not, like, die-hard Queen fan.
I am.
I don't listen every day. I don't listen every week.
I do.
My dad's a huge Queen fan, so I grew up listening to them and stuff. So I know the tunes, I know the great songs, I know the iconic performances and stuff. I know the story.
Yeah.
Right? And people were giving this film a hard time because it was, you know, somewhat factually inaccurate or whatever. But I mean, if it was factually inaccurate, would it been as good of a film?
It wasn't even that badly factually inaccurate. It was just they kind of changed the order some things came
Yeah.
out. So like
Absolutely,
they
yeah.
performed Killer Queen like 2 years before it necessarily came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is you had Roger Taylor and Brian May were producers on it, and they had a hand in it. So if there was
Absolutely.
anything in the movie that they were like, no, that's too far from the truth.
Yeah.
It would have been changed and it wouldn't have been allowed to have happened.
Yeah.
Because they've been trying to make this movie for years, for literally decades. So it was like it's the correct story. There's just like maybe like one person is playing is a person that's 6 different people
Yep.
put into one person. So even if
It's
it
just
wasn't,
better for the film.
it was. I mean, any Queen fan I know that's seen it absolutely
Yeah.
adored it. Like
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was
I
amazing.
suppose though as well though, when you were saying about Roger Taylor and Brian May had a hand in it, then that also gives them the chance though to
make things look better.
Make it look better than
Yeah.
it was. Do you know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
not going to have like Sacha Baron Cohen was meant to do it before.
No, I've seen that, and there was just that he was spoken about. It wasn't that he was ever actually properly approached.
Well,
and
still
wasn't a
though,
thing.
he was still...
I've seen Sacha Baron Cohen talking about it.
Yeah, I know, and I've seen the director. He said he was like, no, that's not the truth. Like what Sacha Baron Cohen's saying is not right. But I'm glad it wasn't him. I do like him, and I think he's good, but I'm glad it wasn't him. I'm glad it was Rami
There was a
Malek.
bit in the film where he's got long hair for the majority of it, Freddie Mercury, and then he cuts his hair and he has the iconic Freddie Mercury look,
The mustache,
and he's
right.
looking in the mirror, and there's a bit in the film where he kind of goes and turns round like to the camera, and he's got the mustache and the short hair, and he looks like Borat. Can you imagine it was Sacha Baron Cohen doing
Yeah,
that?
true.
Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, the film is just amazing, and it leads up to the iconic Live Aid performance and stuff. And
Which was done beautifully.
what I can't believe, I just can't even get my head round the fact
they
they
did it.
recreated it. They did it at Hampstead Stadium, and it's like move for move, and that's like, obviously he's an actor, he needs to learn move for move, but still it's like there's some big task to do.
Like
All of them have it though. All of them have.
Head
have them.
bobs and everything.
The guy playing Brian May.
Yeah.
He is Brian May.
Absolutely.
You can try
Absolutely.
and tell me that's a different actor, but they actually just went back in time,
Yeah.
picked Brian May up and thought, we're doing a movie, but we need you, like,
Yeah.
because that literally was him. It
Yeah,
was-
he did look very similar.
Brilliant. And then things like in terms of the performance of him, like
Yeah,
him
'cause
being
the-
Freddie
the-
Mercury, they
'cause
did a
the-
great job of him. You
The
know, making
vocals as well was like a combination of Freddie's vocals,
Yeah. Rami Malek's.
Rami Malek's, and
Another guy.
someone else who a Freddie impersonator.
So good.
So it was like
Filmmaking at its finest.
Yeah. Oh, it was really good.
So good, and then they get to the point where what I was going to say about the factually inaccurate is they're making the big comeback is going to be Live Aid, where in real life they actually had been touring before and Live Aid was part of the tour. But then I'm thinking if that was in the story, it would have been as dramatic because that moment where they
Yeah,
don't know
that's-
how it's going to go,
that's-
how he hits
Yeah.
that first note, and it's like they see it, and then the look on their face, they're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this
It's
is
good.
the greatest
It's
thing
good
ever.
story making.
Yeah.
That's what the whole point of it is, like cutting all those things out and changing it from what the real story was, is
Yeah.
to make it more interesting for the viewer, which
Yeah.
worked for us.
Brilliant. So my number 9 is Bohemian Rhapsody. The 90-second thing is just it's just a gauge.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes.
Anyway, sorry.
You.
My number 9 is a Marvel film. Now, this Marvel film got a lot of hype, And rightly so. I just never. It's not as high up on my list, just because I didn't think it lived up to the hype.
Okay.
Although I thought
Sorry.
it was amazing, and it's Black Panther.
Oh, interesting.
So
Listen, it lived up to if you're on your top 10.
Yeah,
Brilliant, yeah, of
That's the
course.
thing is we had this fight last year because remember about Dunkirk.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the thing is the top 10 is still 10.
It's your number
still
9
good.
of
It's
the
still
year.
good.
Yeah, it's still good, yeah.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. Everything about it, just given those people that voice that they needed.
Absolutely.
They needed, and yeah, it was just a great film, great story. Marvel, great Marvel film.
Great.
Never
Wakanda
mind
forever.
anything else.
Yeah, one of my favourite ones, I think. Marvel-wise.
So much fun and like so well made, and like the fight scenes are so believable, and like you don't know what's going to happen.
Really
Yeah.
good
You
in
know.
4DX as well. Did you see it in
Oh,
4DX?
never seen it 4DX. No.
See Wakanda.
Yeah.
Smells amazing.
I
Smells
seen
so good.
I seen Black Panther on the same day that I seen Shape of Water. I think.
Ah, what a combo.
Yeah.
Well, one film lived up, one film didn't.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, did you not like Shape of Water?
Oh.
Oh, I did. I
It's
saw it
another
recently.
story.
I just watched it. Yeah. It's not on the list,
That's
don't worry.
my least favourite. I forgot about that one. Least favourite film of the year. Okay, good.
Nice.
Sorry, anyway, carry on.
Is that you done for Black
Yeah.
Panther? Wow, crazy.
Wakanda forever.
So my number 9 is a Netflix film.
Good.
And it's To All the Boys I Loved Before.
Okay.
Which, have you seen it?
No, I want to
No.
though.
Oh, it's a proper little
Looks
rom-com.
great.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's actually really good. It's based on a book. And I read the book after I saw the film, but it was a book I'd always wanted to read, and then I was like, oh, the movie. And it was really good because it was like people were really excited by it because it was Asian, it was an Asian star, like, and it's just a nice story.
Yeah.
Because it's like how she has all these love letters that she's written for all these boys over the time, like for boys that she's liked, but she never sends them, and then
right.
one day they somehow get sent out, and one of the boys that gets the letter, it's from years ago and she doesn't like him anymore, he's like, well, why don't we pretend to actually like go out, you'll make that person jealous and I'll make that person jealous, and then obviously they fall in love, and
Yeah.
it's just really lovely. Like, it's a really nice film, and it's really pretty actually, like the colour palette of it, because it's all like pinks and yellows.
That's
and
cool.
it's just a really nice film. I really liked it.
Cool.
And it's really everyone in it is very good.
It looked like it was easy to watch.
Yeah, it's
it
an
doesn't
easy.
drag or anything.
Because see, I watched it the first time because I when I moved into my flat, I didn't have Wi-Fi for about 3 weeks.
Right.
So I just downloaded when I was at home. I just downloaded a whole bunch of stuff on my iPad, and that was one of the things I downloaded. But when I got there, discovered that only a few things I downloaded, so I watched about 6 times in 1 week. It was the only thing I had. It was just on in the background all the
Cool.
time. So, but it was a really lovely film. Good book as well. And I'm excited for the sequel. Got announced the other day.
Nice. There you go.
Still on Netflix.
Yeah. It's a Netflix original.
Yeah, so it's going to be there for a while, so I'll check it out soon.
Yeah,
good
it's
call.
it's sweet. It's a nice film. Like it's a little rom-com, but it's good. I liked it.
Cool. Okay, my number 8. I've got a feeling it's going to be quite high up on Leanne's list. Don't know if you've even seen it. My number 8 is A Star Is Born. Yeah. Wow. When this film came out, it was all that was on Twitter. Everybody tweeting about this film. Can't explain to you how much I love this film. This film is the film of the year. Bradley Cooper's greatest performance. And although I agree with lots of the things that were being said, that automatically hinders your experience.
What
So
do you
you're
think?
going in thinking this is going to be the best film of the year. And then if it's not, you're like, oh, it wasn't the best film of the year. So that...
Another one with the hype.
I get that.
Absolutely.
I do get that.
But now the fact that it's my number 8 and it's on my list as well shows that it is that good. It just wasn't my number 1. You know what I
Do you
mean?
know what's funny? That went the other way for me. 'Cause, see, before I saw it, I saw everyone's tweets, and then I heard "Shallow," and people
Yeah.
being like, "Oh my god, this song!" And when I first heard "Shallow," Erin was like, "Leanne, what are you listening to?" I was like, "What's the new Bradley Cooper Lady Gaga
Yeah.
thing?" And we were like, both in my room like, "What is this?" Then saw the film, and I
I
was
see it
like,
like 17 times.
4? 17? No.
Yeah.
4. But yeah, the first time I saw it, and then I was like, oh, when I heard "Shallow" with the whole
the
thing,
story and stuff.
and I was like, holy shit. But,
Yeah, what a fucking emotional roller coaster that is.
Yeah.
Without sounding like a wanker, it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
my god, so good. It's like charming and funny and sweet, and then it gets really dark and it's like
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. The music is like Greatest Showman. The music is like
The music-
overturns the film.
yeah.
So good, and I've listened to the soundtrack loads of times. Black Eyes, the opening song, is
love
like
it.
it's like my favourite song of the year. Bradley Cooper's one of my favourite actors. It's his performance of his life here. Lady Gaga is amazing. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
So good. The only thing that hindered it for me was the expectations.
Fair.
And I was so emotionally drained after watching it. I didn't feel I could go watch it again straight away.
I came out and I was like, let's go.
so I was like one of the ones I've not rewatched. I've rewatched a few, but I've like I don't want to watch. I don't want to get sad.
Oh no, I like to get sad. You know me.
Yeah. So amazing film. Can't recommend it enough. It's my number 8 on this occasion.
For sure. So good.
My number 8 is another Marvel film,
Ooh.
and it is Deadpool 2.
Nice. I didn't put it on my list, but
I
good.
forgot about that one as well.
You
Where have I
forgot
missed
about
my
it. Deadpool 2. It was one of those ones where it could have been like, because the first one was so good.
Yeah.
Could have been, but no, I thought it was just as good. The second one, Josh Brolin this time as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I like him. I've
Ryan
become a fan of
Reynolds
him.
back. You know, Ryan Reynolds is just such a funny person,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
social media and stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
like I feel like he is just that character now, or maybe he always has been, and now he's just.
He's not even acting. That's just him.
I know.
Yeah.
I like him. He's funny.
But it's got that kid from Hunt for the Wilder People. Have you seen that?
No, but I know who you're talking
You've
about.
told me to watch
the
it
wee
before.
boy. He's very funny as well, and yeah, no, it's a good film. Good film.
Yeah, good sequel as well.
Good sequel.
Good
yeah.
sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call. Leanne, number 8.
Oh, mine is Black Klansman.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just thought it was a good film.
Great.
Again, amazing cast.
Yeah.
And it was again a really nice looking film. I think. Like, see these movies that are like just really like beige. I don't know why, but I really like that. But
Yeah.
it's like not. It's like because I was always like browns and beiges and things like
It's
that.
so black and white, no pun intended.
Oh wow.
Hey-oh.
And I just thought it was really brilliant. It was a really brilliant film, and I think cause was it Spike Lee?
Yep.
Yeah, I just think he's done really well because obviously it is a true story, so it has happened. But the conversations that they were able to have in that sadly still relate to like
Nowadays.
to people today. And then
Yeah.
obviously at the end of the film where
the
they
real
had
footage.
the footage from like now, the same thing's happening. It's just disgusting, but I think it would make a lot more people aware that it's still as bad now as it was then. It's just people are more willing to speak out and fight back, maybe, I guess.
Great movie. Hard hitting. If I would
We
say so.
spoke about it in the Hard Hitting podcast,
We did,
episode
an
number
episode
46.
46. Hard hitting movies, and that was like the main crux of that episode. Is like it's talk about Black Klansman, and it's one of those ones where I said it on that podcast. It's like you watch and it ends, and it's like nobody
Silence.
is talking or leaving. It's like whoa, pure floors you. So yeah, awesome.
I was thinking about it for days.
Yeah. So
It's one I wanted to rewatch it, but I just never got the chance to go back
yeah,
to the cinema.
and Adam Driver, who we love,
Oh, Adam Driver.
so good in this film. So yeah, really good. Great
What a
film.
man.
Great film. Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
My number 7. My number 7 is one I rewatched a couple of nights ago, and it is A Quiet Place.
Was that this year?
Absolutely, May.
Oh, fuck, I would have... Ah, Jesus, Leanne.
Come on, Leanne.
Come on now.
A Quiet Place was so good, and as I said earlier on, I'm not a fan of horrors. But although it's not so much a horror, it's more just like creepy and kind of jumpy. Such a good idea.
Amazing.
So well done. John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, two of my favourite actors and two people who I'm extremely attracted to. The kids are great. The twists, the moments that change the film really change the film. If you know what I mean. And it's just really well done. You know,
It's so clever. Such a good film.
it's basically it's about a family who something's happened, an apocalypse has happened where aliens are attacking, but they're blind and they can only be attracted to sound. So the humans that are still alive can't speak and they need to communicate doing things really
And
quietly.
they've got a deaf daughter as
They've
well.
got a deaf daughter and the wife is pregnant. So how did they get in that sticky situation? I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, the
When
scene
she's
in the bath. Oh my
Oh.
god! And then they set up the fireworks so they blocks the noise so she can scream and have the child. It's like so well done, so well thought out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Although it should be as a film, but you'd be amazed how some films they just feel like they've not even thought about it.
Holmes and Watson.
Yeah. So yeah, great film.
I
Quiet
agree,
Place is
very good.
awesome. Highly recommend a rewatch because I rewatched it all night. And
Yeah,
it was good. So.
I've seen it the once, but I think that's me and Erin always say we're looking for scary films, and we
Yeah.
never find a scary film. And to be honest, I think that is like the
Yeah.
one because it just made me so like,
Yeah. Another bad cinema experience though, with people talking and stuff, but it wasn't too bad. Didn't take too much away from the film.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cool.
There you go.
My number 7 is not saying it's an amazing film. I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
and it's been so long since I've seen a Mission Impossible film in the cinema.
I knew it was going to be this.
But I went to see Mission Impossible Fallout and I loved it. Tom Cruise is just so good. He does all his
Absolutely.
own stunts. He's just amazing.
I heard the film was great.
It's so good. It is.
Yeah.
I'll take that back actually. It
Yeah.
is really good.
I was in London when it was the premiere for it.
Did you go see it?
No, I just walked through Leicester Square and it was the premiere. And I
I've
was
had the premiere.
Tom!
I don't know if it's well though, because I was going in thinking like I probably I've not seen a couple in between.
Yeah,
The
that
last
put me
one-
off seeing it. I've not seen them all.
The last one I'd seen was the third one.
Right.
So I seen the first one, second one, third one, and then I missed like Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and something
I've
else
not seen
maybe.
any, so...
I think this is the 8th one.
Right, okay.
So I've missed. I don't know. I missed a few anyway.
Okay.
But still, like I went in and it's like just a good standalone film. Didn't
Yeah,
really need
okay.
to have seen. I knew the basic stuff and
And then that moment where he jumps across the building and breaks his
breaks
foot.
his foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew that was coming. It was
Yeah.
like that.
And it's funny as actors, you know what I mean? You appreciate these things. People watching that, they'll be like, he broke his foot there. I'm not even thinking about it. But like, we're looking at that going, oh my god, he broke his foot and he's still going and it's still, you know, so. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I need to catch up on those films.
I've not seen any, so...
That was me.
What did you say?
1 minute
I said I've not seen any of them.
I thought you just went, what's your number 7?
Oh god, what is my number 7?
My number 7.
Alright.
Alright.
No, I feel like you're gonna be like Leanne, that this is not allowed.
I wouldn't say that because, will I?
No, because I've fucked the rules up a bit here.
Oh no.
I've got 2 films on one.
Okay.
Right, so I could not put either one of these higher or lower than the other one, and I just think they were so perfectly on par. So it's Black Panther and Infinity Wars on one.
That's okay. I'll take that.
Because I was just like Marvel story
Man,
continuation on.
Fair enough.
Because I thought they were both. I loved them both. I thought they were both so good. So perfect amount of action, perfect amount of sad, perfect amount of funny. Soundtrack's always good as well.
Yeah.
Saw them both 4DX Wakanda. Smells amazing.
Forever.
Forever. I just thought they were both really well done Marvel films. Like, I was very impressed because I feel like I don't like them all. Like, I've not seen all the Iron Mans because I've tried to watch Iron Man 2 like 3 times, I think.
Yeah.
And I've not done it. And these 2 this year. I mean, Ant-Man and the Wasp came out as well, but it wasn't as
Yeah.
good.
That was great as well.
No matter
yeah.
how much I love Paul Rudd, it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
on level to these ones. But I couldn't put these higher or lower than the other, and they needed to be on the list.
Fair
so.
enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, love them. Also, everyone's stunning in them.
Yeah.
It's a very nice film for the eyes.
Yeah. Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
Honestly, smells so good. By the way, like,
Yeah.
see when the next one comes out, I'm seeing it in 4DX, and if it does not smell the same,
I'm
Gonna
going to
be
be
mad.
disappointed.
gonna be very mad.
Well, that's a nice wee segue for me because my number 6 is Avengers Infinity War. Woo! This is the highest Marvel Avengers film that's ever been on my top 10. It's always like number 10 or
Same
9.
actually. This is the first time I've had Marvel on mine.
Yeah, so that's my number 6, Infinity War. We did a full podcast about it, episode 39. One of my favourite ones, it's really funny. And we streamed it live on YouTube for the first time.
Oh yeah.
So that's good. I mean, we talked about it non-stop on that podcast, obviously, but I mean, just as a nutshell, it's like the perfect Marvel film. It has the funny, it has the action, it has the sad, but then the ending, it's like, usually in these big superhero films, not to spoil anything about Infinity War, but like these superhero films, it happened, and then the problem happened, and then we solved the problem, and that's fine, because it's a superhero film, and that's the way it goes. But the fact that this film just took a whole other direction, setting up another film, you know, we're thinking Infinity War's the big one. That's the one we're all working to. But we're still waiting for Avengers 4, Endgame, which is in April, which is I'm sure is going to be on next year's list.
Yeah.
Just made it that much more real and that much more dramatic, and it just was like, whoa, you know?
Do you know, I watched it with my mum and my brother on Christmas, and My brother, I hate watching films with him because you know he hates like all the new Star Wars and things like that. He's really annoying when it comes to movies because a movie will come on and he'll be like, I hate it, and I'm like, you've not given it a chance.
Yeah, okay.
Watch it and then say you hate it. So we're watching this, and he actually did enjoy it, but he got really, really pissed off at the end because he was like, why didn't Doctor Strange use the thing? Go back, stop that, and all that. And I was like, because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, there's different
he
layers.
looked through, he went through, he saw all the different
And I love
options.
that as well. It's
There's
like,
only one option, so he knows exactly what the fuck's got to happen.
it's so clever and
And
stuff.
Danny's like, he's a fucking idiot. I hate Doctor Strange. I'm like, Danny, he knows.
I hate you, Strange. I hate you.
No, he honestly was like that, and I was like, Danny, listen, Doctor Strange knows. He knows.
He knows. Shout out to Danny and Doctor Strange.
Did you see the trailer?
For
Endgame.
Yeah.
Well, if Iron Man dies.
Yeah. Did you see the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yes.
Post credits.
With Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
He's.
So he goes into the Ant-Man universe where he goes all small.
Yeah.
Whatever the molecule sort of
Something like
is,
that, yeah.
where he's dead small and like nothing can affect him, and then Thanos clicks, everything disappears.
And the people who are to pull him back out disappear, so he's stuck in the little thing.
I just get goosebumps. Look,
I know.
Think about that.
When it happened, I was literally like, wait.
that was so weird.
But then he's in the trailer for Endgame, so.
No, he's fine. We know he's fine.
No, I know, but he was in the thing.
No, because they hear him after they all disappear. It's like, guys.
No,
guys.
you know, but how does he get out? Because they have to.
I know.
pull him out.
Well, okay, fair enough.
That's what I'm
But
saying,
I'm
so
sure
I
he'll
was
get out
like-
at some point. Yeah.
No, I know, but it's just like you're like after that I was like, oh my fucking god, and then I see
He's
the
not-
trailer for Endgame and he's like knocking on the door like, hello. He's like, it's me, Scott.
Brilliant. I can't wait to see it. My dad is. Oh, he can't wait. He can't.
I'm
wait to see it.
excited. These last few films have got me really excited for Marvel.
Yeah. So there you go. That's our joint number. Oh, it's number 7, number 6 for me. Was Infinity War and Black Panther.
It's what it's all been leading up to, though.
Yeah, absolutely. When I was in Florida in the summertime, we had a server at IHOP, I think it was. A guy called Jason, his name was, and he was like a typical American, like sort of slick back, blonde hair, a bit of a hillbilly, right? All respect to him. Just dead funny, and he's a big Avengers fan. My dad was wearing a Captain America t-shirt, so he's like, "Have you seen the trailer for the new Avengers film?" My dad's like, yes. Sorry, I mean, yes. And he's like, oh, I don't know. This is before they released the name. He's like, I don't know what the big hold up is for the name because I'm sitting here waiting for the name to be released. I don't know what the name's going to be. And then when the name was released, I was like, I got to contact Jason. I got to like, are you happy with the name? Endgame. There you go. It's released. So hopefully, Jason really enjoys Avengers 4. Shout out to Jason.
Shout out to
It's
Jason.
for you, Jason.
Yeah.
Jason at IHOP now.
I hope.
Actually.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. Go for it. Beer.
Money.
Thank you. Ewan, what's your number 6? We better speed this up.
My number 6 is another comedy film, of course. I love my comedies, you know. But this is one that I did not expect to be so funny. And it's Blockers.
Oh.
With John Cena.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god, one of the funniest films I've ever seen. Like, we just put it on one night thinking like,
Brilliant.
a comedy film, do you know what I mean?
That's what needs to be here.
And it is amazing. John Cena, one of the best comedy performances of all time. It's got I don't know what his, I'm not sure of his name exactly, like Ike Barinholtz or something.
I love him.
Hilarious.
He's funny.
It's about these it's about these parents and their kids are all in high school and they're starting to party and stuff, and they pick up their phone somehow. They can see their kids' messages, and it's them talking about having losing their virginity and stuff. So, and they go on it's their prom night, so the parents chase them about on their prom night.
Now I've been wanting to see it because it's John.
I've not seen it, but I thought it looked funny.
But I didn't want to watch it just because it's a daft comedy level. But the fact I'm hearing so many good things about it, I can't wait to see it.
I like John
Watch
Cena.
it. John-
I've become a fan of him this year.
You'll love John even more.
He's one of our boys. He's one of us. So good.
Yes.
That's great.
Me.
That's you. So was it
Number
number
6?
6? My number 6 is sorry, what have I done there? Is Suspiria.
Okay. I didn't see it.
Which is a remake of a movie that came out in the early 70s, I think.
Okay.
And it was it's a horror, spooky horror sort of thing, and it's about this girl goes to dance school, and it turns out it's run by a coven of witches, and then they want to use her to like put their like almighty queen into this girl because she's like worthy or whatever. And it's really cool because Tilda Swinton's in it, and she plays one of the dancers. She plays one of the head dance teachers, and she looks like Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
And she plays like an 80-year-old male psychiatrist doctor. And she's like proper but I didn't realise it was her, so she, like, you see the old man first, and then later on I saw Tilda Swinton in it, and I was like, oh fuck, that old man's Tilda Swinton. And then later on she plays one of the gammy witches, and she's like proper prosthetic up, and it was just really cool. And the film was really good, and it was like really disgusting because there's a bit where it's Dakota Johnson's in it, and she's the dancer.
She's good.
Yeah, she's really good in it, but there's a bit in it where she's doing this like dance, and it's actually she doesn't realise that she's like harnessing the powers, and then the girl who tried to run away is in a different studio. It's like this room of just all mirrors, and every move like Dakota makes, that girl's body like snaps in a different way. So Dakota will go like that, like move her body around like that, and then the girl's full body will just snap around and turn, and it's like her guts were spilling out and her face was like smashed up, and it was disgusting, and it was really good. I've not seen the original. Erin loved it because the film was like, it was like all red. Like it was really aesthetically pleasing for her. But yeah, it was a really good film. Really enjoyed it. It was very long though, and I know a lot of people didn't like it. They thought it was really like self-indulgent, but I liked it.
Cool. Sounds good. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I recommend.
Cool. Top 5 now. The
Whoa.
cream of the crop. My number 5 favourite film of 2018 was Bad Times at the El Royale.
Yeah.
And I know you wasn't a huge fan, but I think you saw it and you really liked it.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah. I just loved this film so much. I don't know what I was expecting. I loved the trailer, and I thought it looks kind of Coen Brotherish. And then I went in expecting a Coen Brothers film, and I got a Tarantino film. That's what I felt as if it was. The way something happens, but then you see it from different points of view. I love it. I love that style of filmmaking, and then the fact that it's done so well and like differently. It's like this, like the song that the girl sings.
Cynthia Erivo.
It's amazing.
Love her.
But I love the fact she sang the full song. And all things are happening at the time, but you still hear her singing. The characters, Chris Hemsworth with his shirt unbuttoned the whole film. Oh my god, the one who directed this. With his 70s porno stash. He just was awesome. I think what's his name? Jeff Bridges?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god.
And Ron Offerman.
Yes.
Ron Offerman for the opening.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was so good. I love this film so much.
That's
I came out absolutely buzzing after this film. So did my mate Fraser. But then my other pal, Fraser C, didn't like it at all. Like, pure hated it. And me and Fraser were like, what are you on about? Trying to explain to him why we liked it. So,
no, I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I love that film. I'm absolutely going to add it to the Blu-ray collection when I think it's out
I'll come
now.
round and watch. We get popcorn.
Popcorn and everything. So, yeah, Bad Times at the El Royale. More like Good Times at the El Royale. As someone...
No, Good Times at the El Cinema.
At the El Cinema.
El Royale was still a bad time.
Well, bad times there for them. As someone commented that on the Good Bit Instagram, it was like, more like good times, am I right? I was like...
Was that me?
Some random, yeah.
Sounds
so
like
shout
me.
out to you, brother. Or sister. Yeah, so that's my number 5.
My number 5 is A Star Is Born.
Nice.
Oh.
I seen it a while after it came out.
That's right, remember we were going to go see it.
Yeah. So I seen it after hearing all about it and everything, and you know, I still didn't know anything actually about it, but I just heard lots of good things. And I went in and it was really good, but like you say, one of those ones where you hear so much about it and you have an image in your head of what it's going to be like, and for some reason it just
And
never...
it's long as well.
It is long. Another reason I didn't go see it again. It was long.
Yeah, I only seen it the once. But no, the songs, everything... And I know what you mean about the songs, hearing them out with the...
Like Shallows first, I was like...
Yeah.
What is this? Which is
Well,
like,
loads of folk have said that when it comes on the radio. Like, what is this? Like,
and
what?
then you see the film and it's in the context of it. Every other song I think works outside of it. It was just that one.
Alibi. Maybe it's time.
Alibi is one of my favourites.
I don't lie. Amazing.
I was always in work and the radio would be on, and there was like 3 or 4 in the charts for a while.
Yeah.
And I would hear them and I'd be like, I mean, it's fine. Like, but I just...
No, I had it non-stop. It was,
That
they were all
last song
Spotify.
makes me cry every time I hear it now.
Yeah,
It's
just because of the
beautiful.
moment, yeah.
There's 2 versions of it as well. And it's when you're listening to it, you don't know what version you're going to get hit with.
Oh,
so
and
see
then
when you get hit with
it.
him saying the last bit, I'm like, fuck. I'm in the shower like...
Nice. What an amazing image that was.
You're welcome.
But Bradley Cooper directing as well, didn't he? So
Forgot about that, yeah.
And had a hand in writing too, and the songs as well.
And he did a bit of acting in it as well.
It's just
a
a
wee
bit.
bit.
Yeah.
And Lady Gaga's boob.
Oh, she's got the most beautiful body, and it's just not fair
Did she
to
have
have
a boob?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see full everything. Remember when she stands up from the bath?
You missed it.
I
When
can't
they're
remember
fighting
this.
in the bath, and then he's like,
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
you're ugly. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
she's like, I'm fucking what?
Yeah.
And then he leaves, and she stands up, and you see everything.
I'm fucking what?
That was my highlight.
Go on then, Leanne, number 5.
Well, my number 5 is Bad Times at El Royale. Same as you, what you're saying, just really fucking good film. Loved it. Cast was amazing. There were so many people in it I didn't realise were in it, and I was like, oh, like Ron Offerman at the start, and then seeing Cynthia Erivo on the big screen was so cool because I love her. I've seen her in concert and everything, and I just thought seeing her is amazing, and her singing.
Who is she?
She's like a musical theatre actress. She did The Colour Purple.
Yeah.
She's English. She did The Colour Purple in London. Like started that role when they did the revival, and then took it to Broadway. But I saw her in a Jason Robert Brown concert. And it was, like I was saying, I think I've said it on the podcast before to Chris. But she sang a song from the last 5 years, and it was so this isn't even her concert. She had a 10-minute standing ovation, and it wasn't her concert. The guy whose concert it was didn't get that till the end. This was the middle of the show, and she gets the standing ovation. Like just everyone could not.
What a voice! Yeah.
She's just amazing. But yeah, also someone from The Good Place is in it. The guy who plays Jason in The Good Bit is in it, and he's in not The Good Bit.
The Good Bit.
Place. This is The Good Bit. In The Good Place. He's in it in the background. He's one of he's a guy with a mustache and with a gun.
Okay.
And I saw him and I was like, wow, that boy he's handsome.
Yeah.
And then
Jason
it took me
from
for
The Good Place.
The Monk.
It's the monk.
The Monk, yeah.
I've only seen the first couple episodes.
Oh, I like it. It's a good show. But so he's in it. But yeah. Good.
Why didn't you like it that much?
Well, Bad Times at the El Royale. I don't know. I just kind of felt I don't know if I think it was to do with. I just felt like I was checking my watch all the time, and I was kind of just like.
It was long.
I get what you're saying about the. Like I did think
Having
that
the
was
full
cool.
song.
How it was done and
How
stuff.
it was done, the way it was filmed, the characters and stuff. There was something about it that I wasn't in it.
You went first. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, that happens sometimes with cinema experiences and stuff. Okay.
Could have just been the night that I went. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe that night wasn't their best night. You know.
Yeah, maybe. Needed to go and open night. My number 4 is somewhat controversial, I suppose. My number 4 is Solo, a Star Wars story. Because we didn't get a new Star Wars film this year.
Well, we did.
We didn't get a new episode. We didn't get a new episode 9 or whatever. That's next year. So instead we got the sequel to Rogue One. We got another standalone Star Wars film, and I just had a great time. I just love going to the cinema. The fact that we get to go to the cinema to see Star Wars now is like a luxury, you know. There was so many times throughout my life where I had to settle with the fact that Star Wars is done, and now we're getting new episodes, but now we're also getting spin-offs and like new ways to look at it and stuff, and it like changes other films that have been out about for like 30 years. I love it, and I thought this film was so much fun. I thought everybody played their part perfectly, especially with Donald Glover playing Lando Calrissian. Absolutely nailed it, I think.
I think he did, but I was just like, oh, he's just playing Lando Calrissian, which was cool. But I preferred how
Billy Dee Williams.
The guy the guy who's playing Han.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Aldrin.
Him. How it
so
was.
He did a great job.
Yeah, I felt, but how it started off, and then it was like he grew into Harrison Ford. So
absolutely.
that's the way I like that. It was like you see him growing into what we know as Han, but then obviously like Lando's just always been Lando, so it was that way. It was like, oh, you're just doing a carbon copy, which was he was good. I'm not saying it wasn't good.
Also, Amelia Clark's great. We get a special surprise appearance in there from somebody. I wouldn't say in case you haven't seen it.
I can't remember.
Who else? What's his name?
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson, that's the name I was looking for. Amazing. The wee monkey guy. So cute.
Oh yeah.
What a film. So good. And I've watched it again. I showed my sister it. She loved it.
I've
had a
only
great
seen
time
it the
watching
one
it again.
time.
I just loved it. And I love...
I enjoyed it, but I think I prefer like Rogue One.
Yeah, well, Rogue One could be a better film, but I just like... Star Wars is Star Wars is Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything Star Wars I'm going to love. So I guess I'm biased, but it's me. It's my list, so...
Are you excited for Jon Favreau's The Mandalorian?
What's that?
It's a new Star Wars
A new
film.
Star Wars
Oh,
film.
really?
Jon
It's,
Favreau.
about Boba Fett, I want to say.
Is that official?
Yeah,
Confirmed?
yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
just talked about.
No, it's official. He put
shall
something
be.
on his Instagram about it.
It
Yeah.
shall be
I love Jon
interesting.
Favreau.
Yeah, he's good. Just going to get Iron Man. Okay, number 4, Ewan.
Number 4. My number 4 is Infinity War.
Nice.
Oh.
We've already said lots about it. Something about just seeing all of those superheroes in the one film.
Yeah.
It's what everything that we've been watching since 2008. It's
Yep.
all been leading to this.
Everybody's in it.
Yeah.
It's like the poster. Let's try. Everybody come in. We'll get a poster.
And they did.
Close
They
up.
did such a good job of not having it too like it wasn't crowded. I didn't think like there
No.
was
Yeah.
loads of, but they managed to give everyone an
a great
equal
point.
time,
Great point.
Yeah.
and it wasn't like anyone was kind of shunned away.
Everybody was
really.
just as important as everybody
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone, no one person was like
The star.
star. Yeah.
You
It's-
Spider-Man and Guardians, the same level.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, my number 4 was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Nice.
Did you see it?
No.
No. Oh my god.
You'd really like it.
You'd love it.
It's class.
Can we go today?
It's great.
I've seen it. I've been more than once, as I do. But I thought it was just brilliant. I thought it's the most interesting animation ever because there's so many different styles of animation in it.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
the soundtrack's really good. The story's just it's something so different.
Yeah.
I think that from anything I've seen, Spider-Man wise, cast's cracking. It was just really funny.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit sad and
Yeah.
it's just so good.
I
loved
had
it.
no idea what to expect. Absolutely no idea.
I thought I was excited for it because I was like, oh, it looks cool. But then I saw the bit at the end of
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. I was like, nah,
Yeah.
wasn't that excited. And I was like, oh, okay. But then when we went to see it, like me and Claudia were pissing ourselves.
Yeah.
At it.
Yeah, I just
It's
thought
so
it looked
fun.
so funny.
And also the way it pokes fun at all the other Spider-Man films. It's
Yeah.
really funny because they do the bit, in Spider-Man 3 where he's walking down the street and he's like,
Oh,
they say like he does like he's like, so this happened. We don't talk about that. And,
Yeah.
like it's just it's really funny.
Cool. I love the post Ant-Man sequence was actually in the film. Like it's
It
actually
wasn't. Yeah,
taken
it was
from
the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is
I just
cool.
thought it was a really really good film.
Yeah.
Really enjoyable.
Great animation and stuff. So well done.
Such a good looking film as
Yeah.
well. The colours of it, and because
Yeah.
it was like a proper comic book on the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And all because there was because different Spider-Man come into it, so it was like
Different Spider-Man.
like the pig one was a different
Yeah.
style of animation. Like he was an
Porter.
actual cartoon, and you had like Nicolas Cage,
Yeah, and the
as
black and white
Spider-Noir,
one. In Noir, yeah.
and the anime style as well.
Yeah.
Just really cool.
Great.
The animation as well. It's like a weird kind of like 3D,
Yeah.
but it's do you know
Yeah,
what I
Like
mean?
the way he
it's
jumps
real.
off the building and it's like, whoa, you're like in a simulator.
Yeah. It's weird. It's one of those ones where you kind of forget it's animation. I know that
Yeah.
sounds weird because it
No,
was
no.
very obviously animation, but it's like with
Because
Polar
it-
Express. When you watch that and you're like, oh, it's real.
Yeah.
It's
Amazing.
that sort of thing. I thought it was just a really
Yeah.
bloody good film.
You're looking a bit like Spider-Man today. Jumper.
So we're wearing this for about 4 days.
Yeah, I've been wearing this straight. I bought it with birthday money, and then I've been wearing it since New Year.
Nice. I wondered what that smell was. Number 3 for me. You done?
Yeah, I'm done with Spider-Man.
My number 3 is my biggest shock of the year.
Oh.
It's the one where I wasn't expecting anything. Wasn't even on my radar. Didn't even want to see it. And then my good close personal friend Fraser recommended it. Said he hadn't seen it either. He went, let's go see this one. And I went, okay. We'll not got anything better to do. And I just thought it was one of the greatest films I've ever seen. And it's called Searching.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you sound disappointed. Oh,
No, I mean,
thanks, Leanne. No. My number 3 is Searching.
I was expecting something else
I
from
did
that
build it up too
sorry.
much. Yeah, Searching. It's a film about a young man who has become a dad and has can I spoil this or not? It's at the start of the film.
His daughter goes missing, that's it.
Yeah.
No, the whole thing.
Oh.
Okay, his daughter goes missing. Right, I'll just leave it. His daughter goes missing, and he now has to use social media and contacts to kind of find her. And the whole film is shot through social media, is shot through different types of filming.
Computer
There's
screens and
never
phones.
like a camera filming something. It's always a smartphone, a webcam, the news, FaceTime, Skype, texting. They're typing what they're going to say, and you can see what they're thinking, and then they take away what they're thinking and type something else. You can see the thoughts going through their head on screen. I've never seen any film like it. I've never seen a film that is made me so like absolutely invested in this person. Like, it's not even great character development either. It's not like the guy, we know so much about the guy and we really hope he survives and all this. I don't know, I just loved him. I loved him, I loved his family, I loved the style of the film. And I came out of the film and I said, on video, I've got the vlog, I said,
Yeah.
I think we've just seen the film of the year. That's how strongly I liked it.
Yeah.
So, my number 3 is Searching.
Yeah,
I was sweating talking about that.
I know, you've actually really got hyped.
I'd really wanted to see it. Our friend Dom,
Yeah.
he really wanted to go and see it, and he did go and see it, but I never managed.
Yeah, it's got no
I
sharks
saw
in
it.
it, so you probably didn't like it.
Do you know? See, you were talking. You were saying about using social media. There was a film, a horror film, Unfriended. The second one, that one.
That's the other one. I didn't see it, but I
that's-
wanted to.
When it's all, they're
That
on
was a-
Skype.
Yeah,
They're like
awful,
hand in the blender, like,
awful, but
I've not.
could like. I haven't seen the first one, but I've seen the second one, and it's cinema this year.
Searching's like that sort of film, but done well.
Yeah. It's like yeah.
And I think it helps the fact that I didn't even want to see it. Like, it probably wouldn't have been that high up on my list.
Yeah.
But the fact I had no
I
idea what I was going
liked
to watch.
it, but I didn't. I don't feel as strongly
Yeah.
as you do.
But I was like I was getting chills watching this film. I was getting
But
so.
I knew. Like, did you know what was like? Did you guess?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, because I guessed literally so far
Yeah.
into it,
No,
like
I
so
didn't-
early into it, and I turned and I said, I was like, that's who's done it.
No, but I didn't know. I didn't know that. I thought
Oh,
maybe
no.
it could be this or that could possibly be the outcome.
Oh, no,
I didn't
thought
know.
it was very obvious.
Maybe I'm just a dafty, but I didn't think so at all. And then I don't know. And then I like moments in films where one moment happens and the film is absolutely changed. Like, it's now gone from being an alright film to a great film, just one moment. And there's like 3 or 4 moments in this film where it just automatically shifts and it's like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So maybe I've talked up too much, but that's how I feel.
No, you enjoyed it.
That's my number 3 is Searching.
Cool. You go. What's yours?
My number 3 is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, whoa.
Amazing.
I love Queen, and just watching the film and all the music's in it. And
Yeah.
woo.
Great soundtrack.
Yeah, I don't really have anything more to say about it than what's already been said. It's just really sad as well, kind of
Yeah.
seeing what it was like for our Freddie.
Oh,
you
Freddie.
know.
Yeah.
But again, the performances and
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny because he doesn't actually change Freddie Mercury at all. He doesn't change into a dick or anything. That's the way he is.
Yeah,
the whole
Freddie-
film.
that's
That's
Freddie.
Freddie Mercury. And he plays that so well.
Yeah.
Young
Yeah,
Rami.
yeah.
And you see him on talk shows and stuff, he's completely off his nut.
Oh, Rami Malek.
Rami Malek. And it's
Rami
great.
Malek is so he's also really reserved as well. Like,
Yeah.
the way he speaks and tells
Yeah.
stories and stuff, he's very
Yeah. But that's what I
Yeah.
mean, he's so weird. and
Yeah.
Introverted and stuff, yeah. So, amazing film.
Yeah,
So good.
yeah, just one that I enjoyed a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Number 3, Leanne.
Right, so see my top 3, I have changed the order of it so many times. So these next three films, I love them all
Yeah.
so much, and it was so hard to do it. But anyway, so my number 3 is Coco.
Oh, I really wanted to see it.
Did you not see it?
No, I
Did
should
you
have seen
see
it.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh,
I should have watched it before this. Oh, I
is-
forgot about it.
it is one of the best animated films I've ever seen in my puff.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It is so beautiful. Like, the colours is so nice, and it's a really sweet story, and the music in it is lovely, and I mean, we cry so much. Like, there's a bit in it, without ruining anything, there's a bit in it where that a father is singing to his daughter before he leaves, and it's a song, and he's like, so we sing that every single night to her, and then even when we're not together, like, she'll sing it and I'll sing it when I'm going to sleep, sort of thing. I mean, being the big wuss I am, like, it reminded me, because my dad works away, so when I was younger, he made up a little song for me, and that he sang to me every night before I went to
that's
bed,
cool.
so then when he wasn't there, I'd sing that, and vice versa. So when I was watching that, I was like,
So you're finding things to relate to.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it was just, see that movie, at that point in the movie, like, I started crying. The first time I saw it was with my friend Kyle, and both of us were sitting there, like, quietly crying, and it's that way, it's like, it kicks you there, and you're sad, then it kicks you again.
Ah,
And then
man.
it fucking beats the shit out of you. Like, oh my god, it was just... Oh, it broke me.
Yeah.
I watched it with my mum for the first time the other day, and then she was sitting there like, what have you done? Like, it's just a really good film. Like, really good. It's funny, sad.
Yeah, I
movie.
should really watch it.
I highly recommend.
Okay, I
For
will.
sure. It's
watch it.
one of the best Disney Pixar. It's Disney Pixar, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best they've ever put out, ever.
Cool. That's enough for me to watch
Nice.
it. Yeah,
Nice.
I'll check it out.
It's on Sky right now.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so, you number 2?
My number 2, use of space. My number 2 is Lady Bird.
I've not seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it. Oh, it's just brilliant. We watched it last night. I got it on Blu-ray recently at the HMV sale because they went into liquidation for the second time in 5 years. So I thought I'd go and help them out, and I bought Lady Bird on
Go
Blu-ray. And oh my god, I just love it. And it's like, it's right there. Yeah, it's like it's relatable in a sense where this is a sort of naive young person experiencing things for the first time. And although she's very different to me, Saoirse Ronan, who is my favourite actress,
Oh, yes.
it's just, and she's so pretty and she's so good at everything, and her accent's amazing, and you just feel so much for her. And then you kind of understand she's got a mum and a dad who both look at her in a different way. Her mum is the overprotective one who always looks out to be the bad guy, whereas the dad is like really shy, introverted, but he's always the good guy, and it's like that different dynamic between the three of them always fighting. She's got like these sort of this weird brother who's very sort of reserved and stuff, and she meets all these boys, and she meets like a really nice boy, and then it's like a sort of the typical douchebag sort of teenager who's just a dick. She meets him and falls for him. She's got like a charming best pal, but then she leaves her to go for the popular girl. It's like all these different layers of being in high school, leaving school and going to college and uni and moving on in life. It's just told perfectly, and it's like an hour and 40. It's like a perfect length for a film.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's so funny. It's hilarious, and it's like sad at times and stuff. Amazing.
I feel like you're shouting at me.
Sorry. I'm like, it's funny.
It's funny,
She's just
Leanne.
looking at me like, it's funny, so funny.
Sorry, I'm shouting at the listeners. It's funny, but
I really wanted to see it, but it came out start of the year. I was an open.
yeah. So there you go. My number 2 is Lady Bird. It's so good. It's a 10
I've
out of
not
10.
even seen it, and I'm like, good choice. But I'm sure it is.
God, get
I
to it.
agree.
Yeah, I need to see that one.
Sweating.
Chris, I've got a feeling about number 1, and I don't know.
It's
why.
going to happen again, isn't it?
I think
It's
so.
going to happen again.
Every year you've had the same one, haven't you?
I'm not going to say. Okay.
Anyway, number two.
Number two. My number 2 is A Quiet Place. I've been watching a lot of horrors this year, and I've not been big on horrors in my life. I've not been known to be big for horrors before, but I've been enjoying them. I've been tapping into them recently, and I think that A Quiet Place is the perfect example of a horror. It has everything that you need, It's got the jump scares. It's got the intensity. So tense throughout the whole thing. I was like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Me too.
What were you
You're
like?
like I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But then there's the family, and you're rooting for them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
A daft idea made real. Yeah.
so simple as well.
Absolutely.
Though. Take away the ability to communicate, and what you're going to do.
Exactly. It's like the other week there when all the phones went down, the O2 network, and we didn't have a phone for a day. It's like, what? Is this like 1994? Like, what do you do? You
I
know
was
what I
on
mean?
gift gaff and
Yeah.
ours fucked up too. I was like, what are you doing?
I had a not an audition, an actual thing, an acting job I was going to do in Edinburgh, and I'd never been there before in my life. I didn't know where I was going, and I was relying on my sat nav.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. I had
And
to
you were
just walk
walking
about.
about,
I
this
had
is
no
a
idea where I
quiet
was.
place.
I had to go. I was like, I had to go and ask people in pubs directions.
Oh, you
Nightmare.
tell me about that, yeah.
But yeah,
I've not seen it yet either, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about Bird Box as well.
Oh,
Me too.
yeah,
Heard
same
a lot of
with
things.
us, yeah.
I'm assuming is kind of similar.
you seen all
you
this
have
stuff?
seen-
Heard, yeah.
You seen
It's
all this
like
stuff?
it's a thing. It's like the birds. They make you see like your biggest fears, and it makes you go insane, and you just want to kill yourself.
That sounds really good. That sounds really
Apparently
good.
Sandra Bullock's amazing in it, and a lot of people are getting pissed off because there's so many like young people now who are being like, oh my god, the woman from Bird Box, and everyone's like, Sandra Bullock has not had an incredible career to be known as the woman from Bird
Yeah,
Box.
that's good though. It shows it's a good film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Favorite
people
film.
have liking it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good idea as well. Leanne, Your number 2, please.
My number 2 is A Star Is Born.
Oh,
Nice. I
baby.
love it. It was on all the lists.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was just, we've spoken about it. I just loved it. Thought it was beautifully done film. Thought it was amazingly directed by Ur Bradley. Well,
Okay.
you're trying to think what my first one is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
Because you're like, you knew it would be this.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be this.
I don't know, just such a bloody well good film.
Yeah.
Loved it. Amazing. Also, drag queens were in it.
Yeah.
Willem and Shangela were in it. I saw them and I was like, fuck off.
Yeah.
No way.
They're
in this.
They got a big pop when we were there.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were. Oh, because everyone loves it. It's Queens from Drag Race.
They're in
They're in it. Yeah, they work in the
the
same
club.
the club that Lady Gaga works in.
They're
and
funny.
They're
That-
so funny.
Yeah.
It's because Willem's just hilarious, and so is Shangela. And just
They were some of the funniest bits when
Yeah,
they were in
for sure.
with them.
and also Anthony Ramos is in it as well, who plays her best pal. He's a musical theatre guy.
Right, I see.
And he was sweet. It was a shame he wasn't singing in it though, because he's got an amazing voice.
Really?
But just a beautiful film. We spoke about it before in
Yeah.
the podcast, I think.
Episode
anyway.
49. You
Yeah.
want to check that out? Yeah,
But
cool.
Honestly, it was one of the best films of the year. Number 2 for me, obviously. So,
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So Christopher.
The
Big
time has
question.
come. Yeah, this is it. The good bit winner for me of Film of the Year 2018 is, of course, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Before people go, hang on a minute, it's a 2017 film. No, it's not. It came out in the first week of 2018 in the UK. So, I believe it came out on January 11th. 2018. So it's a 2018 film, although it came out in December 2017. You lucky people. But yeah, this film, we talked about it. That was nice. That we talked about it on the top 15 films ever episode, because it was on Ewan's favourite films ever list.
Yeah.
So I've got a feeling what his number 1 is. But it's just one of those films that has everything. It has comedy, it has the actors, it has the performances, it has the dramatic moments. There's twists, and it's like, you think about it, they're not going to do that, that's too far, and then they do it anyway. And it's like, for example, throwing somebody out a window. It's just like, you're not going to throw them out the window. Oh, you just throw them out the window. It's like, it's mad, and there's like, it's just everybody's in it, isn't it? Like,
It's so
from
good.
from different elements of cinema, there's an actor that represents a different generation in this one big film. And it's just perfect. It's just a perfect
It's a really
film.
good film, yeah.
Perfect
right.
length. You can watch it over and over again. I think that's like one of the key factors of picking a film of the year. Could you rewind it and watch it again? And you
Yeah.
absolutely could, numerous times here.
Yeah.
So my 2018 film of the year is 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, 2018. Thank you.
You know, funny you should say that, Chris. My number 1 is also X-Men Origins. No, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah.
Yes. Martin McDonagh. I love.
That's
I
the name I
love
was
his
looking for. Couldn't think of his name.
He writes The Boys Behind
Standing is Cocaine, yeah.
Seven Psychopaths in Bruges.
In Bruges, I watched that this year.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Such a good
Yeah.
film.
Here,
Um,
in fucking Bruges.
something
So good.
something such a subject that's so dark and so heartbreaking, but so funny. Like, the film
Yes.
is so funny. But
And that's it.
I suppose I think that's why you connect with it so much, because that is just how people react to things. And Sam Rockwell. Won the
maybe
Oscar.
performance of the year.
So
So
good.
he should have.
He's up there, Bradley
That-
Cooper,
the bit
Rami
when
Malek
he's
is performance of the
listening
year.
to what's it,
Yeah,
is
Chicken
it
Tikka, yeah.
from ABBA.
ABBA.
Yeah. Oh,
It is a
amazing.
really good film.
Amazing.
It's,
And-
if it helps you, it's my number 11.
Okay. And then Mamma Mia.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, it's just so good. It's just perfect. It's just a perfect film. I forgot Sam Rockwell. He's so good in this film.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Francis
I
McDormand.
love Sam
Yeah.
Rockwell.
They're all really good. Woody Harrelson as well.
That
Also the-
moment with
Also,
him.
the guy who plays the advertising guy, he's the brother. He's the creepy brother in Get Out.
Okay.
And when I was watching it, I was like, "Oh, he looks like a good villain." And then I was like, "Oh, he was a villain."
Oh, what's it? His name's Caleb something. I
Yeah,
think, yeah.
McLaughlin?
McLaughlin. Yeah.
What about the police officer? The funny police officer, like the sort of the small guy in 3 Billboards. He's brilliant too.
Yeah.
It's just so good. Peter Dinklage is in it as well.
Peter
He's funny
Dinklage.
in it. He's funny.
The one person that's not so great is Woody Harrelson's wife in it. She's
Yes.
like,
Is she Polish or?
no, I want to say she's like from New Zealand or.
Yeah, but like that
It's
being
been
the
that
case
long
though,
since I saw it.
that being the case, the film's so good it doesn't even hinder it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
So yeah, cool.
Good.
Leanne, film of the year, please.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yay! That's what I thought. It was that song.
Oh, I just loved it. I love Queen, and do you know what it was for me that made it was that I when I was in school we did We Will Rock You. You all know this story, and I auditioned to play Killer Queen, and then names got put in a hat. My name didn't get pulled out. I ended up just being played the teacher, and then literally for years I couldn't listen to Queen because anytime I heard it I was like, this is bullshit.
You were so angry.
Yeah, I was so. It was just not even like I was just bitter.
Right.
And this just cured me. I can listen to
Brilliant.
Queen again without being sad. I can listen to any of the Killer Queen solos, and I'm like.
That's a great reason for number one.
Yeah. No, I thought it was a really beautiful film. I thought all of the guys who were playing Queen had them down to an absolute T. Like even the guy who was playing like John Deacon, he had like John Deacon's like little bobs, and Roger Taylor was beautiful, really handsome man. Brian May, beautiful, and then obviously Freddie was fucking Freddie. It was just so good, and it was interesting because I didn't actually because I love Queen. I didn't realize that I didn't actually know that much about them, and I didn't even know that Freddie was gonna get married to a woman, like all that jazz. So that was really interesting.
Yeah. He's like in denial, and it's like the bandmates kind of help him get over that. Yeah.
And I just think it was just done so beautifully, and it was really interesting. Like the way they did the songs, it was like the tours, so they did the shows and all that, and then you see them like making Bohemian Rhapsody the song, and just also the chicken. See when they're at the farm and they're singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh yeah.
And they're going Galileo, and it's the first shot of that before you go in and see Roger's in the booth. A chicken goes like that, and then Roger Taylor's like Galileo, and it's just one of the funniest moments in cinematic history. If you ask me.
True.
Mike Myers is really funny.
Mike Myers. I didn't even realise it was him because I knew he was in it, and I was like, "Who the fuck is he playing?" And then for ages, this guy was on, and I was like, "Who is this?" That's Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
I like the bit when they were writing "We Will Rock You," and it's like they're just coming up with it on the spot. What can the audience do to sing this song themselves, and they should make it there.
Do you know one of my favourite parts was when they were just doing Killer Queen for the first time.
Yeah.
When they were doing and he was like and it was the bass and.
I just couldn't go over the Live Aid reenactment. I just couldn't go over it.
Because it was perfect.
I couldn't go over it.
It was literally it.
Yeah.
Like I think it was just a really good film.
That has got to be one of the most important moments in cinema history. That recreation. It's got to be
amazing. Honestly amazing.
Yeah.
My mum loved it as well. I took my mum to see it in 4DX.
That was their first day of filming as well.
Yeah, that's what they did as well.
So they nailed that on the first day, and they were like, this film we can fuck up the rest.
Easy.
Brilliant. So there we go, ladies and gents. They're our top 10 films, as usual, going on far too long, but it's fine. We love it. We love it. We love each other. And we love you, baby. Thank you very much for listening, man. It really means a lot to me. Hope you subscribe and listen to another episode. You can find us on YouTube at CM42 TV. I have to get the important stuff out of the normal accent. For all these video exclusives and stuff, and lots of YouTube content coming in 2019. And stay tuned, ladies and gents, for the biggest year for podcasts in good bit history. 2K19 will be the one. We've got lots of good things planned with these lovely people and other lovely people who you'll be hearing later in the year. Thank you too for doing that list.
Always.
Thank you to my producer, who I'm sure is listening somewhere. And until next time, folks, thank you very much. That has been the Good Bits Top 10 Films of 2018. This has been Ewan Ferguson, Leanne McMaster. I'm Christopher John Moffat, and until next time, this is the Good Bit Podcast.
Recognise!